Hi, I'm Terry Davenport. Welcome to our second video in this series where we'll be exploring the support needs that people have who are grieving. In the early stages of grief, people may be confronted with a range of different issues. Some of those are really practical things like having to organise a funeral. It can be really emotionally confronting, things like having to identify a body. And at the time that they're doing this, they're trying to come to terms with the shock and the reality of what's happened. So it can be extremely difficult. But as you can see from those examples, it's not going to be exactly the same for everyone. It depends on the circumstances. And from your perspective of trying to support someone, it's really important to actually hear what the person has to say, because everyone's going to be different, and it's only by listening to them that you will come to understand what their needs really are, and therefore how best you can support them. And those needs in the early stages may range from the very practical things of helping to arrange the funeral, for example, or doing the shopping, or all sorts of things that can make their life easier at that time, to the really providing really emotional support and just being there and being able to give a hug when it's required, and so on. As a person progresses through the grieving process, the needs change. While there will be needs that are common to all stages, for example, that need to be listened to be heard and not be judged, that is true throughout the whole process. Each task of mourning will have its own specific needs. For example, if we go through Warden's 4 tasks of mourning, the first one, their need in that task, which is about coming to terms with the reality of the loss, will be learning to use the past tense when talking about the person or the thing that has gone, and is about understanding the impact of that loss on themselves. The second task of working through the pain of the grief means expressing all of the mixed emotions that a person has and understanding their significance so that they can then be worked through. The third task of learning to live without the person or the thing that you've lost is, that can mean a lot of different things. It can mean the need to learn a whole range of new skills, things that you've never had to do before because your partner always did them. But it can also mean an internal readjustment of learning to see yourself as separate from the person or the loss, to be able to redefine yourself. For example, see yourself as a single rather than as one of a couple. And the final stage, finding that enduring connection while being able to move forward, is about finding a way to live comfortably with the thoughts and memories while continuing to live in the present and being able to form new relationships. So in summary, what are the basic needs that people have, and how can a friend support a person? People need to feel supported and be assisted to face reality, to express their feelings, and to re-establish the self. To provide that support, what we need to be able to do is we have to be aware that grief is a normal and necessary process. We need to be there in the present with them and not focused always on solving problems. We need to be sensitive to the pain of the grief, to be able to sit with it and not try to take it away from them. We need to be human, to encourage and facilitate their expression of the feelings that they have without making any judgment. We need to be ready to listen to their story as often as they need to tell it. And we have to be patient. We need to be patient and allow the person the time that they need to grieve, because there is no time frame. Now, if this has raised any issues for you, please call Griefline on 1300 845 745 or talk to your doctor. Next time, we'll be looking at dealing with that sense of being uncomfortable talking with people about grief. I look forward to seeing you then.